Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. This is your brother lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. And the topic I want to go into in this lesson is concerning the terror of the Lord. Okay. Um, Look, man, the Lord is not to be played with, man. All right. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai is to be feared. Okay. Um, And what inspired this lesson, man, I was meditating earlier in the spirit, man, and the spirit led me to just look this up. Okay, what is the most feared way of dying? Okay, I tried going on Google and I couldn't really find anything. Um, so I went to ChatGPT and I typed in list top 10 most feared ways of dying. All right. And this is what comes up, right? It says, here's a list of some of the most commonly feared ways to die. Based on various surveys and psychological studies on mortality and anxiety, these are often ranked by the fear of suffering, pain, or loss of control. All right. And number one comes up as burning to death by fire. Okay. It says a terrifying and painful way to go, as burning is often associated with extreme pain and panic. The idea of being trapped in a fire, unable to escape, is a top fear. Okay. All right. And that immediately brought me to this precept in Isaiah 66 and 4. All right. It says, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes and did choose that wherein I delighted not, or that in which I delighted not. Okay. All right. Hey, man, the Lord knows how to get people, man. The Lord is going to bring the fears of the wicked upon them, man. All right. And that goes, to Esau, Edom, the heathen, but also to, to the wicked of our people, man. Why? All right, because the word of the Lord has been spoken and they've cast it aside. They've trodden down the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, and they've chosen to be evil. All right, they've chosen their side. So now they have to face their fears, man. And their number one fear, according to, you know, psychological studies, is burning alive, man. And then I found something else interesting, that the number two fear is drowning. Okay, which brings me to Second Peter chapter 3. Okay. All right. Second Peter chapter 3 and verse 3, it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For they are willingly for this they are willingly ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. Okay, so as you had back then, or as you have now, you had the same thing back then, and vice versa. Okay, all right. You had scoffers walking after their own lusts. Okay, scoffing whether or not the Most High was real, or whether his words were true. Okay, and the Lord brought the flood upon them. Okay, all right. But this time, what is the Lord going to do? It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Okay, so this second death is coming by fire. The Lord is gonna top what he did last time. Okay, because remember, the number two fear, according to psychological studies on mortality and anxiety, is drowning, which was the first death. That's how the Lord did it the first time. All right, by drowning the majority of the people who lived on earth, everybody really except Noah, his three sons, and their wives. Noah's wife, his sons' wives, okay, and then the animals that the Lord had Noah bring upon the ark, and that was it. Everybody else got put to death by drowning, man. But this time it's gonna be by fire. Okay. Now jumping down, verse 10, it says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Okay, so the Lord's going to come to the astonishment and to the fear, okay, to the surprise of a lot of people, man. Those who are not on the watch, on their watch, man, awaiting the Lord's return, are going to get got, okay? All right, the Lord's going to visit them, okay, with their fears, with their greatest fear, all right, which is which is to be burned alive, okay? All right. And it says that the elements shall melt with fervent heat, man. All right. And everything is made out of elements. Every physical thing is made out of elements. Okay. Air, water, earth. Okay. All right. Trees, plants, animals. All right. And people too are all made out of base elements that the Lord created us with. All right. So the wicked are going to go out by the fiery indignation and wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay. And how's that fire coming? It's coming by via what? The nuclear missiles, okay, which the Lord describes in various different ways in the scriptures, like his sword or like arrows, okay, and also by the chariots, all right, which Babylon the Great is going to be utterly destroyed by fire, but you're going to have different parts of the earth that are going to be burnt up too, man, okay, and multitudes of the people on the earth that are going to be burned up by fire, man. This second death is going to be terrifying, man, to the wicked, man. Okay, the Lord is not playing. Okay, this is Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." Okay, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abominations, and the mouse shall be consumed together. Okay. All right. So the Lord knows how to get people, man. The Lord's going to make these people feel his wrath. Okay. Via the chariots raining down fury and flames of fire upon the wicked, man, upon their flesh. Okay. The wicked being destroyed by the sword of the Lord, which is the nuclear missiles. And they're going to feel that shit in their flesh, man. Being burnt alive, man. It's going to consume them. Okay. Devour them. All right. That's how the Lord's going to make them feel what he's saying, man. All right. That's how he's going to make his point. That's how he's going to get his point across. All right. For all the idolatry, for all the blasphemies, for all the scoffing and mocking, for all the murdering and killing the prophets. Okay. For trying to set up this beast system, for putting these people in slavery. Okay. For whitewashing the images, for eating abominable foods. They're going to get dealt with by the indignation of the Most High God. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. And they're not going to be able to deal with it. Okay? It's Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 10. It says, "But the Lord is the true God. He is the living God and an everlasting King. At his wrath, the earth shall tremble and the nations shall not be able to abide his indignation," man. Okay? So when the Lord comes back, the earth is going to shake and quake and tremble at his presence, man. Okay? Islands going to be removed off the map just at the trembling of the Lord, man. All type of tsunamis, tidal waves, volcanic eruptions, man. People, America, Babylon the Great is going to be consumed by fire. Smoke and dust in the air. Okay? All right? Darkness, clouds of darkness everywhere. The chariots blasting people away. The Middle East on fire, man. You know? Armies getting wiped out in a blink of an eye. Cities wiped out. Okay? The Lord is not playing, man. Okay? This is why you got to fear the Lord, man. What the scriptures say, man, the day of the Lord shall, there's many scriptures, actually, but there's a scripture in Malachi. What does it say, man? "The day cometh that shall burn as an oven, all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble." Okay, and that day shall come that shall burn them up, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Okay? Nahum chapter 1, verse 2, it says, "God is jealous and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries and reserveth wrath for his enemies." People think that the Most High is just this, fluffy, cute, you know, pushover, man. Like Mr. Rogers or Barney and Friends or something, man. Nah, the Lord got vengeance. He has fury, man. Okay? And he's gonna render that anger and that fury by fire. Okay? It says the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Okay, so all these different calamities, hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards, storms, that's all the power of the Lord, man. Okay, it says he rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry and drieth up all the rivers. Bashan languisheth and Carmel and the flower of Lebanon languisheth. All right, and so you have to ask yourself the question: what is it that would cause rivers, water, and flowers and trees to wither and languish? Okay, what causes that? Heat. Heat comes from what? Fire. Okay, the mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence, yea, and all that dwell therein. Who can stand before his indignation? And who can abide the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. Okay? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. Okay? So the Lord is going to come with that fire, man, pouring out indignation and wrath upon the people, man, upon the wicked. Who are the wicked? Esau, Edom, the heathen nations. All right, and even the wicked of our people are going to get dealt with by the flames and wrath of the Most High, man. Okay? Let's go to Zephaniah. I believe it's Zephaniah chapter 1. Okay? Y'all gonna find out, man. The Lord is not to be played with. Okay, Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wastiness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, man. So imagine that, man. The earth shaking, tidal waves, the mountains quaking, fire everywhere, man, smoke, darkness. All you hearing is death, man. All right. A day of the trumpet and an alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. Okay, so war breaking out, man. And I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as the dust and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Okay? So fire, man. The Lord is going to come with fire, man. All right? To consume the wickedness off the earth, man. Like he did with the flood. He came with water to cleanse the earth. Now he's going to do it by fire. Okay? All right? This is, the Lord is terrible. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Babylon is America. Okay? All right? It says, gird up yourselves with the cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A fire is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? I'm sorry, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may any one quench the fire in the stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn away again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Okay, so this is going to come by way of the chariots and by the missiles, man. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss until, I'm sorry, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. Okay, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Okay, so this is the one and done. This is the last time, man. The Lord's gonna bring that correction by fire, and this is that, he gonna judge wickedness and make his point once and for all, man, by using man's greatest fear, man. Okay, all right, burning to death. that's the terror of the Lord, man. Okay, Joel chapter 2. All right, Joel chapter 2 and verse 30. It says, I will shew wonders in the heavens and on earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. Great and terrible. All right, why is it called the terrible day of the Lord, man? All right, going back to the Hebrew word yara'ah. Okay, all right, which means to fear, to be afraid, to be in awe. All right, to revere, to be dreadful, to be feared, to be feared, to be in astonishment. Okay, all right, to be dreadful. Look up dreadful. Okay, it says causing or involving great suffering, fear, or unhappiness, extremely bad or serious, terrible, frightful, horrible, grim, awful, dire, frightening, terrifying, horrifying, alarming, shocking, distressing, ghastly, horroring, fearful, hideous, horrendous, monstrous, unspeakable, tragic, calamitous, grievous, grisly, gruesome. Ah, the Lord is terrible, man. You gotta fear the Lord, man. Hold on, man. Whoa. Isaiah 13. Okay. It's Isaiah 13 and 6. It says, how will ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Why? Because they're going to be terrified. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Okay? Amazed. Why? Astonished, scared. Okay? Shook. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil and their wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore will I shake the heavens, and the earth shall be removed out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts and in the day of his fierce anger. That's the terror of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Okay? All right, so hey, with that, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. Shalom.